Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This looks really weird just because you can only see my eyes, but in today's video we have got my mostly requested video, which is a eyebrow routine slash eyebrow tutorial, how I do my brows. So yeah, the first product I use, by the way, if I keep like looking this way, it's because my mirror is literally right there, so I just want to keep checking that they look okay. So the first product I use on my brows is the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit, and I use the shade 4, which is on the back. First thing I'm going to take is the brush and just comb upwards through my brows all the way down. Because if you comb like that, you're not literally like getting every single hair, if you know what I mean. So you just brush everything upwards, just like that. Now you've got like that perfect shape to fill in, and then obviously you can brush them back down or whatever direction you like them. And then I just do the same with this side, just brush them upwards. Now my brows are two completely different shapes, so like I go to an eyebrow lady and she just plucks them for me, just because I love how she does the shape. And even she says like your brows, they're both nice, but they're both two completely different shapes. So this is the challenging part for me. I've got to try and make them look the same. I'll go in with the pencil side. I've gone through pencils, pomades, brow palettes, brow powders, and this is just the one I've stuck with in the end, a pencil. I just prefer it a lot more. I don't know, I've just stuck with it and I haven't been able to get away with it. Sorry, I've been trying to try loads of different things, but no, I just love this now. So, and it's got such a precise tip, you can really get in there. So I start about here, so not halfway down my brow, but I just leave like this sort of front section out, you could say through to the pupil of the eye. I just leave that bit out, and I just start down here, and then I just start brushing it through, and then I come towards the front a tiny little bit, and then I go back towards the tail. So that's kind of the bottom shape. I obviously do alter it and stuff, but that is just kind of the shape to get me started. So then I just start building the colour up towards the top, and then do the top of my brow. Just like so. And then obviously I'll go back with the spoolie and just brush it through. Make sure that all the product is even, if that makes sense. And then I'll just kind of look at it and see what parts I want to make longer, make bigger. Like that. And then I will try and do this on here. Yes, so just going underneath. It's hard because I always raise my eyebrows whenever I do my brows, and then obviously they look completely different at the end. Oh, so I'm just trying to make it look like this one on this side. Keep on going back with the brush and seeing where we are at with the brows. Like, don't get me wrong, my brows don't look exactly like this every single day, but they do look something along these lines. Cool, so that's as good as we're going to get. This one always turns out a bit darker because it has to have a bit more attention than this side. So I just darken that side up towards the end, and I just end up brushing them through. Okay, so the next thing I do is then I take my boi-ing concealer. Yes, I know it's very old. This is in a silver packaging now, but I haven't run out, so I'm not going to stop using it. And I'm just going to take it on a flat brush. So this one is the Zoeva 317. Oops. The Zoeva 317 wing liner brush. So it just looks like that. And I'm just going to pop some of the concealer on it. So underneath the brow, to really sharpen it up and clean it up. And this just cleans up any kind of product that came down too low. You know what I mean? And because it's angled and it's flat, it really gets the shape, like gets in there underneath the brow. So then obviously I'll just take my beauty blender and blend all that in. I do not leave it like that. So then you kind of get a crisp line underneath them. So the brows are almost done. So the last couple of steps I will take the... By the way, this isn't sponsored, in case anyone has a go at me. It's not sponsored. It's just the products that I use. Obviously, I do work for the brand, so I did get them sent to me, and why would you go out and buy... I mean, Benefit of the Brow brand anyway. So that's kind of why I use all their products, because they are amazing. So the next product I'm going to use is the 3D Brow Tones in shade number 4, again from Benefit. And it just comes like this. Now, I'm probably that 1% of the population that didn't get along with Gimme Brow. I don't know why, it just made my brows look extra thick and really messy. I think it's because I've got thick brows anyway. And I kind of wanted something to tint them and not really, what's the word? Like make them look bigger, because that's what Gimme Brow done. So this is similar to Gimme Brow. This adds highlighters to your brows. I think I've shown this in a video before. So it just looks like so on this big fat ass wand, and you can see that it is like kind of glowy. So I just brush this through, like from where I started the product through to the tail end. And it just helps my brows not look so dull and flat, because I find that whenever I do my brows now, they look really flat to my face. And I do use a lot of brow gel as well to stick them down for the day. So this will just help them look a bit more 3D. Like that. So it's just given a tiny little bit of difference. Last step to my brow routine is just setting them in place with the Ready Set Brow. Actually, this is called 24-hour brow setter now, but I've got the old one, and it just comes out like so on this like wand. So what I love about this is if you really wanted to kind of gel them hairs down, it's got the flat side, but then it's also got the bristle side. So it's got shorter bristles on one side, longer bristles on the other side, as you can see, and then it's got the flat bit down the middle with the gel on. So you can use obviously the flat bit on your brow, or you can comb it through, and I prefer to comb it through. When the product is running out, I do just use sort of the flat side. But yeah, and I'll use either the shorter or the longer. I don't really mind what side I use. Normally prefer the longer. So this just really separates the hairs and makes the brow look a lot more natural, even though we've just put so much product on it. Because you're combing through each individual hair, it looks a lot more natural instead of like blocky. So I do kind of like to square them off at the front just with the gel. I never use any product in the front of my brow, but that is the one that I like to use. And then I do the same on this side, and it helps these hairs to stand up because I struggle with these hairs, they just kind of fall back down. Okay, so this is the finished brows. So I've tried to get them as identical as possible, but you know, they're sisters and not twins. More cousins. They are sometimes enemies, so that's a problem. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup off camera, obviously, because this is the brow tutorial, and then I'll come back and show you what they look like with the rest of my makeup, because obviously they look very harsh now on my little pale face. This is the palest I am, and no fake tan, just me, pale old me. So yes, I will go and do the rest of my makeup now, but I'm just going to give you a little show of the brows before I go. Okay guys, so I'm back. I've done the rest of my makeup and I have just done a tutorial kind of thing on these eyes, so if you're interested, that's fine. So to finish off the brows, I'm just gonna highlight underneath them. For that, I'm gonna use my MAC nylon, just with a little brush, and I just literally go underneath that brow bone all the way down to the tail, just like that. You can't really see. And then the same obviously on the other side, just on that little arch down to the tail. And then I just blend that in with a clean blending brush, so it's not kind of just like in your face. And then I'll take my highlighting brush and the highlighter that I've used today, which is the Sleek Solstice palette, and I'm going to use these two here. And I literally just take it just above the brow, just to give it that instant brow lift. And then these are the finished brows, so try not to focus on the eyes. I have got a toot coming on this. But yeah, these are the finished brows, guys. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this eyebrow tutorial. I hope it helped you out. And if you did learn something from it, then just let me know. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.